नमस्कार, आप लोग देख रहे हैं यम.P. न्यूज। मैं मनीष कुमार वर्मा। आज का हम लोग सुनेंगे राजीव सर अर्थात R.P. सिन्हा जी मैथ का रिवीजन चैप्टर बता रहा है। NCERT CBSE ICSE क्लास 10th में क्वेश्चन पूछने वाला आने की संभावना 5 मार्क्स की रहती है। आइए राजीव सर जी से सुनते हैं इस चैप्टर के बारे में, जो बच्चे लोग को 5 मार्क्स तक किसी तरह से मिलता है। आइए इस चैप्टर के बारे में R.P. सिन्हा जी से जानते हैं जे क्या है।
Start our next chapter, that is linear equation. Earlier we have studied polynomials and real numbers in our revision. Now it is the revision of linear equation. In this equation, in this chapter, few portion has been deleted. As I have explained you, we have given you in group also that which chapters from which exercise has been deleted in mathematics. In linear equation, cross multiplication method is deleted. We would not have to study the questions based on cross multiplication method. So we will discuss all the questions while revising linear equations in which cross multiplication question, that is linear equation. Earlier we have studied polynomials and real numbers in our revision. Now it is the revision of linear equation. In this equation, in this chapter, few portion has been deleted. As I have explained you, we have given you in group also that which chapters from which exercise has been deleted in mathematics. In linear equation, cross multiplication method is deleted. We would not have to study the questions based on cross multiplication method. So we will discuss all the questions while revising linear equations in which cross multiplication questions will not be involved. Here we are going to start our revision of pair of linear equations in 2 variables. Here we are going to revise our division of linear equation in 2 variables. Now first of all we will try to discuss what kind of questions will be asked in 1 mark question. In 1 mark question we are having a question: if the lines given by 3x plus 2ky is equal to 2 and 2x plus 5y plus 1 is equal to 0 are parallel, find k. Here if you will see that the first equation is written in constant term after is equal to, and in the second equation if you will see that it is written constant term 1 is written before is equals to. So while solving the problem, you have to express all the term in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0 form. So we will try to convert these two in LHS to make after RHS it is equals to 0 only. So if we will take this 2 in LHS, this 2 will be converted into minus 2. So what do we see that here A1 is equal to 3, B1 is equal to 2 and C1 is equal to minus 2. When this 2 will be taken in LHS. Now what is the value? The value of A1 is 3, B1 is 2 and C1 is minus 2, because this 2 has been taken in LHS. Because our general form is AX plus BY plus C is equals to 0. The general form is AX plus BY plus C is equals to 0. This is the general form. So when this 2 is taken in LHS, this plus 2 will be converted in minus 2. Now in equation number 2 we are having 2x plus 5y plus 1. So A2 will be 2, B2 will be 5 and C2 will be 1. Now we know the conditions for being parallel lines. For parallel lines, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but it should not be equal to C1 by C2. So it is the condition for being parallel lines in case of graph. If we draw the graph of any equation, then if the equations are satisfying this condition, then the graph line will be a parallel line. So the ratio of A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2, but none of them should be equal to C1 by C2. Now we have obtained the value. A1 we have obtained 3 and A2 we have obtained 2. So we have taken the ratio of A1 and A2. And the ratio of B1 and B2 we have taken 2k and 5. And the ratio of C1 and C2 is minus 2 by 1. Now we will see that for parallel lines condition, the ratio of A1 and A2 should be equal to B1 and B2. So we will take the first two ratios together. 3 by 2 is equal to 2k by 5, because we have to find out the constant term, so that constant term k, so that this equation will be a parallel line. When we will draw the graph line of these equations, it will draw a parallel line. Now we will do the cross multiplication. 2 multiplied to this 2k will give us 4k, and then 5 multiplied to 3 will give us 15. So further simplification will give us k is equal to 15 by 4. These type of questions in which an unknown term on the basis of the conditions of drawing the graph lines you have to obtain. You will practice this type of question. Now the second question is that question number 2, what kind of lines are represented by the given equations? Here we are having equations and we have to see that what kind of lines. If we will draw the graph line, then what kind of line will be represented by these two equations. So 4x plus 3y minus 1 is equal to 5. You see over here constants are given in both sides, minus 1 and 5 both. And 12x plus 9y plus 5 is equal to 13. Again here constants are given both sides. So while solving these type of questions, first of all we have to simplify the equations. If we will simplify the equations, what do we get in the equation number 1? In equation number 1 we get 4x plus 3y minus 1 minus 5 is equal to 0. Thus, by solving we get 4x plus 3y minus 6 is equals to 0. So when we will solve it, then we get 4x plus 3y minus 6 is equals to 0. So what do we get? A1 is equal to 4, B1 is equal to 3 and C1 is equal to minus 6. Similarly, if we will solve the second equation, 12x plus 9y plus 5 is equal to 13, we get this 13 in LHS, then 5 minus 13 will give us minus 8. So in this way we will obtain the value that A1 is equal to 4, B1 is equal to 3, C1 is equal to minus 6, and A2 is equal to 12, B2 is equal to 9, and C2 is equal to minus 8. So we are having the value of A1 is equal to 4, B1 is equal to 3, C1 is equal to minus 6, and A2 is equal to 12, B2 is equal to 9, and C2 is equal to minus 8. Now, as we have to find out that what kind of lines will be drawn in case of these equation. So, we will find out the ratio of A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2. Now we will obtain the value of A1, A2, here the ratio of A1 and A2 is equal to 4 by 12, which is 1 by 3. The ratio of B1 by B2 is equal to 3 by 9, which is also equal to 1 by 3. Now what do we see that? The ratio of A1 and A2 is equal to B1 by B2, and both are equal to 1 by 3. Now the ratio of C1 by C2 is equal to minus 6 by minus 8, which is ultimately equal to 3 by 4. Now when this A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but none of them are equal to C1 by C2, then we know that these type of equations will represent pair of parallel lines. When we draw the graph of these equations, then we will get pair of parallel lines. So you have to practice these type of questions. In 1 mark question it will be asked, the equation will be given to you, and it will be asked that what kind of parallel lines will be, what kind of lines, graph lines we will get if we draw using these equations. Then we will compare the ratios of the given coefficients, and if the coefficients are in this form, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by B2, then there will be parallel line. And if the ratio of coefficients will be in this form, that A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, then it has unique solution. A unique solution, and the graph line will intersect each other. And if the ratio, all the ratios will be equal, that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. If the all ratios are equal, you find in any equations, then the graph line for those will be coincident lines. It means that they will have infinite solution. And in case of parallel lines, we are having no solution. Always remember, parallel lines, equation of parallel lines are called inconsistent equation because they do not have any zeros. They do not have any value which can satisfy in both the equations. Now, in this one, what we are going to understand? We are going to understand that we have to find out the types of graph lines which will be drawn when the equations are given. If the ratio of coefficients of A1, A2 is equal to B1, B2 is equal to C1, C2, then they will have infinite solutions and the graph line will be coincident lines. If the ratio A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, then they are having unique solution. It means only one solution, and the graph line will be intersecting lines. These two types of equations are called consistent equations because they have some solutions. And in case of this one, when the ratio of A1, A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but none of them is equal to C1 by C2, in that case we do not have any solutions, and the graph line of these two will be, these equations will be parallel lines. They will not intersect each other. So these type of questions are being asked in 1 mark question. Now I will discuss some questions which may be asked in 2 marks question. Here we are having few questions. First of all, it will be given that solve for x and y. You have to find out solve for x and y, and the equations are given 0.4x plus 0.3y is equals to 1.7 and 0.7x minus 0.2y is equal to 0.8. It is a question given and you have to find out its value for x and y for the given equations which can satisfy both the equations. So we have taken first equation number 1, 0.4x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.7. It is equation number 1. Now we have taken this 0.3y in RHS. 0.4x is equal to 1.7 minus 0.3y. This 0.3y plus 0.3y has been taken in RHS. It has become minus 0.3y. Now here 0.4x given, so to find out the value of x only, we will take this 0.4 in RHS. So it will be expressed as 1.7 minus 0.3y by 0.4. It is equation number 3. Now the value of equation number 3 will be substituted in equation number 2. It is, I am using substitution method to solve this question. Now substituting equation number 3 in equation number 2. Substituting equation number 3 in equation number 2, what do we get? Since equation number 2 was 0.7x minus 0.2y is equal to 0.8. So for x, we will obtain the value in equation number 3 that will be substituted over here. We will remove x from here and the value which we have obtained in equation number 3, that value will be substituted over here. And then we will start our solution. Now this has been done 0.7 and we have removed the value of x, and from equation number 3 whatever we have obtained, that value we have obtained over here. Substituted 1.7 minus 0.3y by 0.4. That value has been substituted in equation number 2 from equation number 3. Now 0.7 into 1.7 minus 0.3y by 0.4 minus 0.2y is equal to 0.8. Now this is a simple linear equation in only one variable. If you will see that, then this equation has been converted into only one variable from two variables. Now, as you have studied in standard 9 and standard 8 how to solve the linear equations of one variable, you can easily solve it. Now we will multiply this 0.7 to 1.7, we get 1.19, and when we will multiply this 0.7 to 0.3, we get 0.21y, and here minus 0.2 when multiplied to this 0.4. This 0.4 when multiplied to this 0.2, it will give us 0.08y. Now we have taken this 0.4, we have taken the 0.4 in RHS to multiply with 0.8. We get further our simplification from 1.19 minus 0.21y minus 0.08y is equal to 0.32. When we will simplify this 0.7 into under bracket 1.7 minus 0.3y by 0.4 minus 0.2y is equal to 0.8. When you simplify it, we get the simplified form over here. It is equal to 1.19 minus 0.21y minus 0.08y is equal to 0.32. Now we will take this 1.19 in RHS, it will convert it into minus 1.19, which will give us minus 0.87. And here this minus 0.29y has been obtained by minus 0.21y minus 0.08y. When you will add these two minus 0.021y and minus 0.08y, we get minus 0.29y. Now, to find out the value of y, we take this minus 0.29y, 29 into RHS. This minus 0.29 in RHS, we get minus 0.87 by minus 0.29, which will give us the value 3. Now, this value 3 will be substituted in equation number 3. Y is equal to 3 we have obtained, and putting y is equal to 3 in equation number 3, we get the value of x, which is equal to 0, x is equal to 1.7 minus 0.3 into 3 divided by 0.4. This was the value which we have obtained, and now the value of y is equal to 3 when substituted in this one, then we get minus 0.3 into 3 is equal to 0.9, and 1.7 minus 0.9 by 0.4 will give us simplified form 0.8 by 0.4, and by division we get it equals to 2. Now the value of x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3 by substitution method. Now the same question has been solved by elimination method. I have solved the same question using elimination method also. Now you see it over here. Using elimination method, we have solved it. That the question was 0.4x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.7. It was our equation number 1. Then 0.7x minus 0.2y is equal to 0.8. It was our equation number 2. Now we have to remove any one variable. In elimination case, we have to remove any one variable. We will remove over here variable y because they are having different sign. When we are having different sign for any variable, we will simply remove it by adding them. So we will do the cross multiplication of all the coefficients of equation number 1 and 2 together. Since the coefficient of equation number 1 of y is 0.3, the coefficient in equation number 1 of variable y, because we have to remove variable y, the coefficient is 0.3, so we will multiply this whole equation number 2 by 0.3, and the coefficient of y in equation number 2 is 0.2. So we will multiply all the terms of equation number 1 by 0.2. We will not carry sign over here. Since it is minus 0.2, we will remove the sign and we will simply multiply the whole term by 0.2. Now when we multiplied equation number 1 by 0.2 and multiplying equation number 2 by 0.3, we get equation number 3 and equation number 4. In equation number 3 we get 0.08x plus 0.06y is equal to 0.34. When all the terms of equation number 1 multiplied by 2, 0.2. And in equation number 3, equation number 2 we are having next equation 0.21x. When multiplied equation number 2 by 0.3, we get new equation number 4. It is 0.2x minus 0.06y is equal to 0.24. It is our equation number 4. Now we have got equation number 3 and equation number 4 by multiplying the coefficients of variable y in equation number 1 and 2. In equation number 1, we have multiplied the coefficients of variable y of equation number 2, and equation number 2 we have multiplied the coefficients of variable y of equation number 1. By multiplying the coefficients, we have got this one, equation number 3 and equation number 4. Now we will observe that 0.06y and 0.06y are the same term and having different sign. So it will be cancelled out. Now we will add the remaining term. 0.08x will be added to 0.21x will give us 0.29x. And when the constant term 0.34 and 0.24 when added together will give us 0.58. Now the value of x we will obtain over here 0.58 by 0.29, and with the dividing these two terms we get value 2. Now this 2 will be substituted in any equation. We are having now 4 equations. We can substitute equation number 2, the value of x is equal to 2 in any equation. We have substituted this value in equation number 1. Putting x is equal to 2 in equation number 1 we get 0.4x, it was our equation, 0.4x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.7. Now x has been removed over here and only 2 has been multiplied for that, plus 0.3y is equal to 1.7, and with the simplification we get 0.8 plus 0.3y is equal to 1.7, and to find out the value of 0.3y we will take this 0.8 in RHS, we get 1.7 minus 0.8, and to find out the variable y we will divide the difference which is equal to 0.9 by 0.3 to get the value 3. Here we have obtained the value x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 3 over here. Now the same question has been explained by the two different methods. If it is not given in the question paper, that use the particular method, you can solve any of the method. This type of question will be asked in 2 marks question. It is in not 1 mark question. This question will be asked in 2 marks question. In the next class we will discuss few more questions. Till then you have to practice as much as possible, and then if you have any problem you will ask from me.
यह चैप्टर आप लोगों को कैसा लगा? विद्यार्थी अच्छे अंक पाने के लिए R.P. सिन्हा जी के मैथ ज़रूर सुने और लाइक और सब्सक्राइब भी करें और अपना दोस्तों के साथ शेयर भी करें ऑनेस्टली। के लिए MSJP न्यूज़ देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, भारत माता की जय। जय श्री राम, जय सीताराम। भारत माता की जय।